Dear friends in mission, in his book, The Kind of Brave You Wanted to Be, the late storyteller Brian Doyle tells of riding in an elevator when a man and his 4-year-old daughter got on. Brian asked what floor they wanted, and the little girl said, 7 million. Brian played along. He reached up as high as he could to press an imaginary button, and up they went. On the ride up, they talked about how the buttons were twice as big as any giant's fingers, and how older buildings didn't have 13 floors. And isn't it funny that an ancient suspicion would still be reflected in modern buildings? By now, the little girl was dancing with delight, and her dad and Brian were smiling. When they came to their floor, the doors opened, and the little girl waved goodbye and leapt away. But the father hesitated a second and said quietly, "Hey, thanks." This is what Brian Doyle writes of that moment. I knew just what he meant. Something like, thanks for being 4 years old for a minute. We all have had those moments when we are the same age, from the same country, with the same language, and it never lasts too long. But it always feels weirdly familiar, doesn't it? In the Pentecost event, the Spirit of God enables Peter and the community of disciples to break down the barriers of language, to reveal God's peace in the midst of all these visitors to Jerusalem. And just as generosity of heart and a little girl's carefree joy let her dad and Brian Doyle be 4 years old for a minute, God's Pentecost Spirit enables us to break down the adult barriers of age and culture and nationality and race and gender and creed, to realize God's vision of an earth that serves as home to one human family, united in peace, respect, and justice. Peace be with you.